The roast is about the worst you could say to hurt somebody and make it funny. Your mama's so fat she died of diabetes.
You've done good though, Kevin. The black community is so proud of you. Right now, George Floyd is looking up at us all, laughing so hard that he can't breathe.
I think what made this roast more about freedom of speech and being able to say whatever you want, even if it's hurtful to some people or harmful to others. They talked about everything though. They actually didn't leave nothing off the table. Kevin Hart could have took more responsibility in selecting the cast if he was even a part of that.
Job at hand was to produce a successful roast, which I did. Stop talking as if I said it.
I feel like black people will call people like, yo,
hello,
you got Cheryl Underwood. Cheryl, I need you. This one is my big one. They doing my roast. All right, Cheryl. All right, see you that the 22nd Mother's Day. All right, peace, bye. Draymond Green, yes. Draymond,
hello.
I need you there, brother. You my cousin. See you tomorrow. Peace. I feel like Kevin Hart probably pulled one of them. I feel like rich people don't got time for a pitch kick or anything like that. They know exactly what they want and they just go and select it. I don't know if he selected Shane to be the host. I would think the roast of Kevin Hart would be some of the best black comedians, like Cedric the Entertainer, like Eddie Murphy, or Martin, or Will Smith. Shit, Whoopi Goldberg could have been there. There was more black comedians that was in the crowd that probably should have been on stage. This was Netflix going after the bag. It needs to be very diverse. Chris Rock could have been there. Dave Chappelle could have been there. Lil Rel could have been there. Deon Cole could have been there. DC Young Fly, Jay Farrow. Wayans family could have been there. That would have just took it out. Oh, Wanda Sykes. Monique could have been there. That would have been... She is a gangster when it comes to the jokes. So I don't know. Shane was like, yeah, came here to select me as a host to honor black excellence. I think like Umar Johnson.
It wasn't fun. It wasn't comedy. It was racist. It was dozens of disrespectful, insulting comedic material.
Let Netflix know if they do that again, we're going to have the AKAs, the Deltas, Jamal, Brian, the whole church. We coming together and we turning Netflix off and we not watching it no more. At the end of the day, the truth is that this is comedy, and comedy is by nature offensive. It can be a way to bring light to issues in a world that we need to like work. And I think that even this show was an example of that. This was not a license for white people to now be extra racist to blacks or people of color in general, or Palestine or anybody else that they coupled in. I don't think this was a license for that. I think this was a magnifying glass to show that these things in America are very strong and they still exist. And people are just walking around.
The most of it, you know what I mean? I got called a Nazi, gay, a racist over and over again. I'm none of those three things. A little fun fact. But they are they are fat, ugly, black, and Jewish. Everything I said was real about them. Just a reminder. Because I woke up today and even though...
But it wasn't just a roast of Kevin Hart. It definitely was a roast on races and a roast on absentee fathers and fathers not being present.
Kevin's dad wasn't there for him because he was addicted to cocaine, which is a lot more respectable than not being there for your kids because you're filming fucking Jumanji 3.
Kevin has so few black friends that he started a vegan fast food chain and nobody stopped him.
What's left of Lizzo is here. Either that or Eddie Murphy just premiered the newest clump. Hercules!
The George Floyd joke was not funny. And his set, Tony's set, was not that funny. It was moving so quickly. It wasn't a cadence that it was just like, yo, I'm about to say all the worst shit back, and some of it is going to sound funny. Kevin Hart said that the set of Tony's was one of the best sets.
The best set, or one of the best sets, between Tony and Cheryl. And I would say Naeem had a really strong set.
Naeem had a very strong set.
Would I tell those jokes? No. But do I get why they're being told? Mm-hmm. Yes. Like, I'm not looking at Pete crazy. I'm not looking at Tony crazy. Like, that's what... I know what you're going to do. Mm-hmm. I know your style of comedy.
And it was not one of the best sets. The George Floyd is looking... Like, you did so much for the black community that George Floyd is looking up. Smile. he's looking up and he can't breathe. The George Floyd video was so traumatic, and it affected people worldwide, especially at the time of COVID when people literally can't breathe. That's why it's so offensive now to tell a joke about it, because the effect of it. If you look back at Shane and Tony's sets, they always have pushed the envelope. And I'm going to check people right instantly about their racist passive reactions. And I think the relationship other races have with black people, they don't understand us. They think they understand. They learn stuff from movies, as do we as black people. I've never been around Italian mob, but I think when a rapper saying like I got mob ties, I get a picture in my brain, and usually that picture is from movies, not from real life experience. So I don't think that they have real life experience. They know from movies that black fathers are not there. They know from statistics that mothers be on welfare and like for stuff, and black people are the lowest income earners, the highest to die in the hospital. They just making fun of numbers.
I don't get affected by the attempt of humor. I get it, right? In this case, like, Tony told a joke. It wasn't a tasteful joke to us. We didn't like it. Okay. Hey, man, f- that joke. We move on. I don't understand why we stand on a hill and it becomes like this big thing of like, oh, man, the mother, they do this and they're attacking the culture. It doesn't have to be that. It literally is either you're a fan of this level of content or you're not.
The offense comes in when you make jokes of people's reality that they have to live through every day. It's funny as shit. It's funny if a black person got a 400 credit score. It's funny that black people sold VCRs for crack. Selling VCRs for crack and you being raised in an unstable home is not funny. That's reality. The George Floyd incident still happens today. The roast literally was for pure entertainment, because there's no way that you about to remember every joke for 3 hours. You're going to get up and ask yourself, what the hell did I just watch? Only thing you're going to remember though, out of everything that was said, was the George Floyd joke. That's the only thing you're going to remember. Because George Floyd joke was so unnecessary. Like, it wasn't even necessary to level up the... They're not spending time to learn about us, to take care of us. They're spending time to learn about us, to take something from us. Our talent, our more dance, our comedy. Everybody was supposed to say something good before they left the stage. That was the good thing that he said.
You know, Kevin, they told me not to mention your kids on this roast, but I must say, you did good. They've gotten so big, they now buckle Kevin up in the car seat. It's true, he lost his gig hosting the Academy Awards because of some homophobic tweets, but you'd be homophobic too if you were eye level with everyone's cock. He got into a fist fight on a private plane, proof that no matter how much money black people have, they're still just gonna act like ninjas. Always fighting.